Hi friends, get ready for the legal dictation at 110 words per minute. Start. In the present case, the appellant is the tenant of two shop rooms, one on the ground floor and the other on the first floor, each at measuring 60 square feet. The tenant is doing textile business in room situated on the ground floor using the first floor as a godown. The ground floor room was let to the tenant on 10/10/1991 at a monthly rent of Rs 300, which was later enhanced to Rs 800. The first floor room was let to the tenant on 10/7/1998 at a monthly rent of Rs 250, which was later enhanced to Rs 317. The respondent landlord filed eviction petitions being RCP number 175/2013 as well as RCP number 176/2013 on 11/10/2013 in respect of the two rooms in question. The said petitions were filed on three grounds, namely arrears of rent, bona fide requirement for additional accommodation for the landlord's business, and material damage to the premises under section 11(2)(b), 11(8) and 11(4) respectively of the Kerala Building, Lease and Rent Control Act 1965. The trial court in its judgment dated 28/02/2015 held against the landlord on the first and the third ground. However, so far as bona fide requirement of additional accommodation was concerned, it was held by the trial court that the landlord is the managing partner of Prabhish Constructions and that since the office of this firm was presently only in a small room in the same building, the other two rooms would be required by way of additional accommodation for installing staff members and materials. The trial court found that the commissioner's report in the present case did not point out that any particular rooms were vacant in the premises. Equally, the production of Exhibit B3, that is the Building Tax Assessment Register, which recorded that some rooms in the ownership of the landlord are vacant, could not be relied upon. Further, it was held that the tenant had in his possession another room in a neighboring building, albeit leased by his mother-in-law, and stating that since the mother-in-law was not examined by the tenant, the reasonable inference that could be drawn is that the aforesaid room is in possession of the tenant. Finally, on comparative hardship, the trial court held that the landlord will be able to run his establishment in a better manner, whereas the tenant is not able to establish much hardship caused to him. In this view of the matter, the eviction petitions were decreed under section 11(8) of the Kerala Rent Control Act. The Rent Control Appellate Authority, by its judgment dated 30th June 2016, reversed the judgment of the trial court it held. According to the appellant, if at all the respondent needs any rooms for the purpose of extending his office, suitable rooms are available in his possession. It has come in evidence that in the building in which the petition schedule rooms are situated, there are as many as 36 rooms. According to the appellant, the same rooms are lying vacant in this building. The respondent would deny the contention, but in Exhibit C1 report, the commissioner only would say that majority of the rooms in the building are leased out. This shows that some of the rooms in the occupation of the petitioner are lying vacant. It is true that the Commissioner has not specified the number of rooms lying vacant. The appellant also could not point out the number of rooms lying vacant in the possession of the petitioner.